is that time of year where the Sixers try to get the fans interested again, and this is pretty desperate. I mean, they posted a clip on X with Joel Embiid swishing a jump shot without a knee brace. Let's go really in-depth into it right here. Bam! Joel Embiid, man, one of the best mid-range shooters of all time, putting in some work, but it's really hard for me to get excited for these type of clips given that it just exudes so much desperation, man. I mean, the Sixers fan base is just so downtrodden at this point, given everything that has happened to this team, all of the constant playoff exits, the stupid free agency signings, the stupid trades, the stupid everything that has gone on with this organization. And I think a lot of fans, they're kind of fed up and they're kind of seeing through the facade at this point. I'm not convinced that the Sixers are going to really do anything significant this season. And yeah, you're probably going to say in the comments, NZ, you're being way too negative. And why are you being so negative, man? It's just, come on. Just try and enjoy the Sixers for once. And, dude, there is still a sliver of hope within me. It's not like I'm going out here making videos saying that it's great to see Joel Embiid and Paul George not play basketball. I would love for them to be 100% healthy and contributing on the court as the Sixers go and compete for a championship. That's what any fan wants. It's just that I'm being realistic at this point, man. We got to keep it real. That's what we do here on NZ for 3, and you got to hit that like and subscribe button if you're new around here. Pushing to 1K. Let's get it. But, yeah, I just want to react real quickly to these clips. We had Paul George doing an incline bench press, and we also had VJ Edgecombe, Sixers' 3rd overall pick, doing a fantastic thunderous slam, one-handed slam. That was great to see. I'm so excited for VJ Edgecombe. And to be 100% honest, man, I'm watching this Sixers season for the young guys. Edgecombe, Maxey, Jared McCain, Justin Edwards, Adem Bona, all of them. Those are who I'm paying attention to next season, because the whole shtick of constantly putting out like minuscule Embiid snippets, trying to reel the fans back in, it's very similar to the Ben Simmons summer workout videos. And if you've been hanging around Sixers discourse for this long, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Ben Simmons, every single year, he would release some video on Instagram of him putting up jump shots, and Sixers fans are thinking, oh, yeah, this is finally the year Ben starts to implement a jump shot in his game. He's finally going to start shooting threes, or he'll become at least an average shooter from the line, and it just never happened. It was the same exact thing every single year. It became a meme at this point, and I'm feeling the same type of energy with Joel Embiid, to be honest, man. It sucks that we've had to get to this point when it comes to Embiid's career. I wish it was different, man. I wish I could feel excited for the Sixers season, given that on paper, if everything could go right regarding Embiid and Paul George's health, this is a decent roster. If Nick Nurse doesn't screw things up by playing Kyle Lowry, Eric Gordon, and Andre Drummond, if he actually settles on making a competent scheme for the team and putting out good rotations and not putting out ridiculous 3-guard lineups with geriatrics. The Sixers on paper, they actually have a decent roster when you think about it. You got floor spacing and, Maxey, McCain, Quentin Grimes, who's definitely coming back. Justin Edwards was decent from 3. Who else? Paul George, one of the best catch-and-shoot players in the league, if he can get right. Some other guys as well. VJ Edgecombe, he was a decent shooter in college, and hopefully he develops his 3-point jump shot immediately, because it'll really help the Sixers in them winning now. So you also got some good wing depth as, you got Justin Edwards, Kelly Oubre still, if he doesn't get traded. He's probably trying to be shot because of trying to clear cap space for Quentin Grimes. We'll see what happens there, but you got decent role players on this team. Trendon Watford, Jabari Walker as well. They can contribute. It's just that it's all contingent on Joel Embiid and Paul George being healthy. Let's be honest, man. The Sixers, they're not going to do anything if either of these guys aren't on the court consistently, especially Joel Embiid. Because Embiid, man, for as much as I, always, constantly, I guess you can kind of call it complaining, but always just trying to keep it real regarding his health and saying that this era of Sixers basketball is over. We just got to deal with it and just really witness the transition of, Maxey, VJ, and McCain. era. Joel Embiid, man, he's one of the best basketball players I've ever watched, and I appreciate so much how amazing his game is and how impactful he is on a basketball court. And I don't come up on here, making videos saying that, I wish Joel Embiid wasn't on the court. That's ridiculous. I want Embiid to play. I want the Sixers to compete for a championship because this entire team, this organization, they have not built a reputation for winning. You got the Phillies. They made a World Series recently, and they're competing for the World Series this season. And the Eagles, they just recently won the Super Bowl and are, trying to become a dynasty. And the Sixers, they've just always kind of been left out of the mix. They're celebrating, of course, the AI team with the New Jersey's coming back, but even regardless, still, man, they made the finals. They didn't win the finals, though. It's just kind of sad that the Sixers, they haven't done anything since, and I want the Sixers to succeed since I'm a die-hard Sixers fan. I grew up watching this team, and I want to win. I just want to win. And on paper, the Sixers, they do have a good roster. I mean, I'll admit that. If Nick Nurse plays his cards right, then the Sixers, they do have a good roster. They have good, defenders. They have great floor spacers. They have athletes for once. It's just that Nick Nurse, he can't be playing Kyle Lowry, Eric Gordon, and Andre Drummond. They got to find, he's just can't, or else he's got to be fired. But at the end of the day, man, there's a sliver of hope within me that Joel Embiid and Paul George, that they are healthy, and that they're probably, this might be the one year where it's actually justified for the Sixers to be hiding all this information regarding Embiid's health, and that it's really because they just want to keep it a private affair. They, want to just stay low-key and not draw too much attention. But by the time it's October 21st and the Sixers are in TD Garden, because I think that's the first game they play against the Boston Celtics, Embiid and Paul George, they're on the court. That will be awesome, man. There's still that hope inside me that thinks that the Sixers, they can really compete for an NBA championship, because on paper, I think they have the tools necessary. It's just that over this entire decade, we have not seen this team be durable enough to survive in the NBA playoffs. You've seen Giannis and Jokic, how much they have had to play and, play minutes-wise, and play such a huge role in their teams because of how impactful they are as superstars, as MVPs. Embiid, despite how great he is, he's just not able to survive throughout the entire regular season, and that impacts the Sixers, win record, and how, the seeding and, getting, the right matchups and home court advantage and that kind of stuff, as well as just kind of being durable enough to survive these more physical playoff bouts. And there's really no evidence you could point to have any sort of optimism for the season other than just kind of false hope. And that's sort of what sports fans kind of do. We still have hope anyway because we want to see our teams win. And the Sixers, like I keep saying this, I'm being the dead horse at this point. On paper, they do have a great roster. It's just that I need to be real. I think Sixers fans in general, diehard Sixers fans, they need to be realistic about how they should go about watching this team. And of course, you could watch it. You could watch the team for whatever reason you want, from the perspective of the Sixers being contenders, or rebuilding and just having the acknowledging they have the two worst contracts in the league. Let's be honest here, and they're probably the worst situation in the NBA other than the Phoenix Suns. And I'm watching for Jared McCain, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe. I'm watching those three, Dembona, Justin Edwards. I'm watching this young core, man, because they are exciting. And hopefully Jared McCain, he develops more and becomes maybe like possibly an all-star, man. That might be a hot take, but I think Jared McCain, he was so awesome last year in his ability to not only space the floor, but score at all three levels. I mean, he really surprised a lot of Sixers fans. A lot of Sixers fans, they were not happy with that Jared McCain take because it was, hey, we're taking another guard. Why the Sixers need wings. We've always needed wings. Why didn't you pick Don't Connect? But Jared McCain, he would have been the runaway winner of the Rookie of the Year award if he did not get hurt. And, VJ Edgecombe is so explosive. He's going to be really making some awesome highlight packages, and I hope he gets minutes too. It's just that the way the Sixers are set up and the unfortunate circumstances with Embiid and Paul George, it's hard for me to be positive. And this is just kind of another cheap scheme, I think, by the team and trying to reel us back in. And it's just, I gotta believe it. when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. This really does not convince me at all. It's not really making me any more excited. It just makes me hope more that the Sixers, they can figure it out. If they do figure it out, I mean, the Eastern Conference is pretty weak. But, I mean, those are pretty much just my thoughts, man. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you think I'm being too negative, let me know. Or if you think it's completely justified, let me know. I definitely want to know down in the comments down below. We're on the road to 1K subs. That's pretty much all I got, man. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.